Do you guys ever sit back and talk about the fights that you guys have had against each
Always,
other?
yeah, we always laugh
how,
about
how
it.
does that conversation
Actually,
go?
I was joking with him yesterday because I heard Pacquiao might be fighting soon.
Mm-hmm.
So Marquez was supposed to fight Cotto, but I don't know if the fight's still on. I think it might be off.
Yeah.
And I told him, well, there's always the fifth fight, and he was like, yeah. So he likes that, but you never know. We'll see what Marquez says, and I'm sure Pacquiao will take it in no time, running right away. So yeah, we joke a lot, and there's other fighters coming in soon. There's a few dates, upcoming fights. The dates are, kind of falling in now. So let's see what happens. Because I think Freddie might ended up going to Philippines to train Pacquiao. So we might ended up going at it with Cuellar and some other fighters there.
Oh, nice. So you guys are going to be able to go and train in the Philippines
Well,
also?
that's the plan, but you never know. Everything could change in a minute,
Yeah. And so, speaking of Manny coming back, how do you feel about that, Angel? I mean, Marquez is an older guy. You know what happens with older guys. They're still effective, but there's always a slowdown. Do you think Manny's still the same fighter?
I think Manny physically is fit. I mean, we saw him. He's still quick. He's still sharp. I think he's gaining his confidence back in. The only thing I think in his mind is politics. I think he has a big responsibility with his country now, being a politician that has a major responsibility handling all these situations. So I think that's the only thing that kind of like his mind is in different directions. That's the reason why Freddie is going over there, because I'm assuming Pacquiao cannot stay too long in the U.S. because he has errands to run, politician errands down there, so it's gonna be hard. But yeah, he's shown he can be good. And I think who's he fighting?
Maybe Terrence Crawford. They said
Crawford or Vargas. I think
one of the two. Yeah.
I think if it's Crawford, it's gonna be a good fight. Jesse is also a guy that comes to fight. He's not gonna run, so it's gonna be either way. It's gonna be good. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have a good Pacquiao there too.
As far as you, Angel, any other fighters that you're working with that you want to talk about, or
the guy right there,
Beltran? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, aquí despertando todavía.
Right.
Yeah, we started camp with him last week.
Okay.
He's fighting in September 10th. So we've been training. I think it's in a Unimax show somewhere in California. So we're doing good. He's in good shape too. He's always training, so it's not too hard for me to get him back in shape. He has a muscle memory. He's very easy to activate, and it's gonna be a good camp. I mean, he's a hard trainer. So let's see. We don't know who he's fighting. A Dominican guy, I think. I don't know his name, but it's gonna be a good easy fight. I mean, not easy fight, but see how it goes.
So you have a full plate right now. A lot of people asking for your service. I know you're always telling me people calling you. You have to be in certain places. You can't be everywhere at once.
I got some real good fights coming up. I will definitely let you know. You're the first one to know that. And there's fights in November and December. There's a lot of proposals. Gavi, who's my advisor, he's handed those out and he's trying to figure out the schedule. So like I said, Marquez, at one point I was waiting for him. I was hoping the fight would be made with Cotto. But now that he's off, I had to change the schedules, agenda. So but there's good things coming up. There's a good fighters. I mean, good fights until December.
Is Marquez, the older he gets, the more worried I get. But is he still ready to come back and see physically in good shape?
Yeah, physically he's okay. I mean, physically the only thing that we had an issue was with his knee. That is healed, and I think the other issue with him is it's finding the time. I guess the time to start camp. Also, he needs to get an opponent. So since there's no opponent, it's hard for me to even ask him to start doing any training. He's always running on his own, goes to the mountains, keep himself in shape.
Yeah.
But he'll be in shape. These guys, trust me, Marquez takes things very seriously. Everybody always comes to me and say, I want to be like Marquez. I want to, develop the power punching he developed. Yes, everybody wants to do it, but no one wants to go through a 14, 16-week camp. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes, even if they want to, sometimes promoters give you 8 weeks, 6-week notice. So I mean, you have to work with what you have, and it's difficult to even create a program for a bunch of power having only 6 weeks, because then out of the 6 weeks, you still got to cut down 1 week. You see, because that's a week fight. So so it's hard. So yeah, I mean, if you give me 14 weeks, 12 weeks, I'll definitely put your power punching in there.